What's up, you guys? Scott here. In this video, I want to share with you guys one social media mistake that could be costing your coaching, therapy, RTT, NLP, hypnosis business well in excess of $10,000 per month, and why this simple little change will be the catalyst to why you start making money from this point forward. Now, over the last couple of years of doing well over 3,000 strategy calls, I realized something very interesting about the students who joined my program with no objections and the students that made all the excuses and didn't join my program. Now, I couldn't blame them. I took responsibility for the people that said no to my program and took a real close look at what I was doing on social media. And that's where I really started to understand the buyer's journey that my potential students and clients were going on before they agreed to my program. So without further ado, guys, let's dive in. Let me show you the big mistake you're currently making and how to make a quick and simple change to your social media and start making a ton more money in your coaching and therapy business. So guys, let's go. So for some reason, my camera has decided not to work, but I'm sure you didn't come to this video to see my face. We can still move on with the content. So let's go into this. So as the title suggests, we're looking at social media, and this literally was the one big mistake that I was making, I should say, but I also see a lot of therapists and a lot of coaches and pretty much the entire industry making as well. And this is costing you money, guys. So by the end of this video, you're going to have a clearer understanding of social media and how it's either working for you or it's working against you. And I realized over so many thousand strategy calls, I was just getting the same objections. Now, whether my potential clients or my students voiced this objection, I realized that when I changed my entire process for social media, those objections were never really had to be dealt with, because my social media, as you guys will find out, was doing all the objection handling for me. So like I've mentioned before in other videos, there's really two ways you can run your business as a therapist, coach, RTT, NLP. It really doesn't matter. You can make your business all about your clients, or you can make your business all about you. Now, only one of those models is going to make you rich, while the other one is going to make you extremely poor. So let's look at this. So the first big objection, and I see this objection regardless of the niche, guys. It was the same objection for my stop smoking clients. It's going to be the same objections I have in my coaching company today. This is it, guys. Across all niches, clients just want to know, will it work for me? So whether it's my program, will it work for you? Whether it's your service, let's say maybe you're helping teenagers overcome anxiety. These teenagers want to know, if I buy your service, will it work for me? And we've got to realize this, guys, with so much competition out there, with so much noise, so many expert, quote unquote, expert therapists and coaches talking themselves up, but really having no proof or no realistic view of what they can actually do with clients. There's a lot of people that you may potentially work with or have worked with or will work with that have a bad taste in their mouth by going to see one of those poorly qualified therapists or coaches. So this objection, if you can handle this and allow your social media to do this for you, I guarantee you'll start making money. So will this work for me? So how do you do this in the context of social media? Well, let's look at the model of making it all about your clients. Will this work for me? One surefire way to show that your process, your system, your course, your strategy, whatever it is proof, guys. Okay, this by far is the #1 marketing tool that you can have for your business. You have to be able to show proof, testimonials, success videos, show people emails and screenshots about what your clients are saying about you. Will this work for me? And allowing your social media to do all of this for you. So as you can see here, we have it on our YouTube channel. I have our testimonials scattered all over my website, all over Facebook, all over Instagram, all over YouTube, all over every social media platform. My go-to marketing strategy is proof. However, if you don't have testimonials yet, don't worry. In the future, you will get them. And you can make these changes to your social media from this point onwards. Start getting the proof, then making screenshot testimonials, success videos. If you want to know how to do a proper success video where you talk your client through what it was like to work with you, go check out my YouTube channel, guys. You can just copy those videos there. But the whole idea here is just to answer this question. If you can convince your client that you have a strategy that actually works, unlike 90% of the so-called strategies out there that don't work, this is one surefire way to start making money. And you want to spread this proof everywhere, across every social media platform you have. Show your clients you have successful clients and students and whatever you're getting into your programs or your sessions, show them that it actually works. The next big objections that I found across all niches is he or she an expert. So how do you portray this on social media? Well, again, you can make social media talking about yourself, which most people will do, taking selfies and things like this, or you can show how deep your knowledge goes. Just like this video right here, I'm showing you my depth of knowledge when it comes to building your coaching and therapy business, social media, making money, getting more strategy calls, so on and so forth. So how do we do this? Well, we have our YouTube channel that has, I don't know if you guys can see that we have just under 500 or 550 videos, all about niche related topics, nothing about me. Okay, but I have it all over my Facebook, I have it all over Instagram, I have it all over Reddit, I have it all across everywhere about how deep my knowledge goes. And again, this social media now answers this question. So if I can show proof, it's going to answer this question. If I can show you how deep my knowledge goes by talking about the subject, by showing my expertise, by showing how far into the system and how much I understand the process that I'm calling myself an expert on, how deep that knowledge goes, it's going to convince people by the time they get on a strategy call with you that you are the expert. Okay, so obviously this model is what you want to be doing. Okay, so will this work for me? Is he or she an expert? You want to show that proof. Next, this is a big one. What is different? Again, with so much competition, you have to differentiate yourself. You can't be just the same as everybody else. You can't be just another therapist or another coach working in weight loss or helping people quit smoking because it's been done to death. And let's say, for example, there are 10 to 20,000 therapists or coaches qualified every single month. If they're all going after what we call a red ocean niche, which I'll show you towards the end of this video what a red ocean niche is, it means that you have tons of competition. So what is different? Okay, so the way you show your differentiation is actually what we just looked at before, how deep your knowledge goes. So the way we've done this is on my website, I have 2 to 3 webinars. On YouTube, I'm showing my differentiation. My differentiation is in my competition, as an example, every therapist and every coach and every mentor in my position that sells this sort of program talks about funnels, free session, paid ads, free Facebook groups, free challenges, business cards, flyers, just the normal garbage that everyone's talking about. We do none of that. But I can't just say that. I've got to prove it. So you'll notice with the videos that we create, the webinars we have, we're talking about things that nobody else is talking about. Okay, and this is how we differentiate ourselves. And I'm constantly creating videos to show my depth of knowledge, to show proof, but also to prove that why I'm different than everybody else. Because it's very hard to voice this on, let's say, a strategy call. If someone says, hey, Scott, what makes you different to help me quit smoking over everybody else? That's very hard to convince people at that point. You do not want to be convincing people on the strategy call. Okay, I'll repeat that. You do not want to be convincing people of proof, your expertise, and your differentiation on the strategy call, because by then it's too late. It's very hard to explain it. You want your social media to be doing this stuff for you. And if you have thousands of hours of content that your clients can binge watch the whole thing, as I said before, by the time someone gets on a strategy call with me, they've binge watched everything I have. I've answered all of these questions, and you want to allow your social media to do this. And beyond that, it allows you while you're sleeping to have the system now working for you, to allow your social media to be answering these questions while you're sleeping. Business card can't do that. A flyer can't do that. A selfie can't do that. Talking about your journey or the difference between NLP or coaching, that's not going to do it. That's not going to cut it for your clients. That doesn't prove your differentiation. Okay, so you want to show you have a working system. And lastly, this one encapsulates it all. How can I be sure? You guys have to be omnipresent. Okay, you can't just isolate one sort of social media. So an example, I know I've got a lot of competition in my market who'll say, learn how to build a $10,000 per month business on Instagram, which is all well and good. But you've got to ask yourself this, what if my clients are not on Instagram? What do I do then? I'm screwed because I haven't learned Facebook, haven't learned YouTube, haven't learned email, haven't learned TikTok, haven't learned any of the other social medias out there. I've only counted on one of these things working. But here's the thing, not all your clients are going to be on that one platform. What if all your clients are on LinkedIn, but you're trying to market on Instagram? What's going to happen? You're not going to make any money. But if all you know is Instagram, and you don't know any other social media platform, it means you're not going to make money. So my point here is just be very, very careful of those programs that just promote teaching you one way to do things, because business is not about one way to do things. It's why we teach our students between 7 and 8 different social media platforms and all the little bits and pieces in between. So we're not putting all of our eggs into one basket. We can locate where our clients are and be strategic with our social media. And my goal here is to be omnipresent. I want to show up everywhere for the type of content that my clients are looking for, the common questions they want answered, handling their objections. So everywhere they turn, and let's say they type into Google, how do I grow my coaching business? There's Scott. They go onto YouTube, how do I grow my hypnotherapy business? There's Scott. Instagram, email, Facebook, across all of these things, I'm constantly for lack of better words, spamming my potential clients with my expertise. Okay, so this is what you want to be doing on social media, allowing your social media to cancel all of the objections. You do not want to be handling those objections on the strategy course, too late by that. So this is the system you want. You notice this is nothing about me. So what's the difference? This is all about making it for my clients, answering their most common questions and their objections. So what's the second model that most people will go for? And I highly recommend you change your strategy. So let's take the same approach and the same questions, and let me show you how most of your social media will be backfiring and costing you well over $10,000 per month. All right. So let's say a client has anxiety. You know, I have social anxiety, I have anxiety around relationships, whatever it is. Let's take the same questions. Okay. So I have anxiety. They want to know, will this work for me? They go across to your social media and they hear about you talking called something neuro-linguistic programming or hypnotherapy or emotional intelligence or coaching or RTT. Now remember, this type of client is not educated the way that we are. They don't know the mentors. They don't care who you were trained by. They don't understand the difference between NLP or hypnosis. They have no idea about this stuff. They're not concerned about this. All they have is social anxiety and they're trying to find an expert that will help them. But they come across to your social media and this is all you're talking about. And all it takes is for a very uneducated client, because they're all uneducated, to go, okay, I have anxiety. You're talking about neuro-linguistic programming. That has nothing to do with me because they haven't made the connection, guys. They haven't made the connection that NLP will help with anxiety. And they go, well, this is not for me. I need to go find an expert in anxiety. But if every post, every video, all your content is talking about NLP, coaching, hypnotherapy, you are going to miss out on clients. Let's look at this again. I have social anxiety. I'm looking for an expert. Will this work for me? Well, I go over to Joe Blogg's page and he's just talking about why he became a coach, the latest certification he was on, how he treats his own mindset, all about him. Well, he's not talking about what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an expert in anxiety, and all he's doing is talking about NLP, or all he's doing is talking about himself. This means it'll cost you money. Let's take the second question. I have social anxiety. Is he or she an expert? Well, let me go look. Let me do some research. I come across Joe Bloggs' Facebook, and wow, it's just constant selfies. It's just constantly talking about him or herself. Constant selfies. There's no proof. He's calling himself an expert. You know, he's taking a selfie and then putting some quote that he stole from Anthony Robbins, but there's no proof. He's calling himself an anxiety expert. But where is his testimonials? Where's his proof? Sure, he can call himself an expert, but I can't physically see it. So, putting these together, will this work for me? Talking about the wrong things and talking about yourself. Is he or she an expert? Talking about yourself, taking selfies and not showing proof. Costing you a ton of money, guys. Hopefully you see where I'm going here. Let's look at the next questions. I have social anxiety. What's going to be different? Now, here's a big thing, guys. Your differentiation does not happen at these levels here. Your differentiation happens with the type and model and social media that you do, talking about yourself compared to talking about your clients. So if you think right now and you've convinced yourself that, Scott, I'm differentiated because my business name is different, okay? I'm cheaper, I'm better because I've done more certifications. I was trained by Tony Robbins or Tad James. This is why I'm different. Does this person know what these things are? Does this person, would this person ever buy your service because of your business name, what your business card looks like, what your funnel's called, what your program's called? Absolutely never. Are they buying your service because you were trained by Tony Robbins? These people are thinking, who the hell's Tony Robbins? If I wanted to, you know, if I found out who Tony Robbins was, I would just go to him. Just lost another client, guys. But trying to differentiate yourself at a business name, faster, better, cheaper, I'm more certified than everybody else, is not where you differentiate. You differentiate in this perspective at the social media level. Even further than that, you differentiate yourself at the product level, but that's another video altogether. But right now we want to focus on social media. So here I have social anxiety. I'm looking for an expert, and the only thing you're changing in your business is this. You're in a red ocean full of competition who all have a different business name, who are all saying they're cheap, who are all saying they're better certified, who are all saying they're trained by Tad James, Igor, and Tony Robbins. So you've not differentiated yourself at the right level. You're still talking about yourself. And the big thing is this, guys, talking about who you were trained by is a big waste of time because these people don't care. They're not following these people. They're not inspired by these people like you and me are because they're not coaches and therapists. Lastly, I have social anxiety. How can I be sure this will work for me? Well, here's the thing. If they can't find you on social media because you're spending all of your time at business lunches and business breakfasts, you're spending all your time handing out business cards and flyers, you're only on one social media platform, you're only on Facebook, you're not on YouTube, you're not on Instagram, you're not on LinkedIn, you're not across any of those other places, how can they be sure? Sure, they might for somehow find your name and go, oh, this is interesting. He's calling himself an anxiety expert, but why can't I find him online? I found this small little segment of one post that he created a month ago. I wonder what else he's been doing. I guess he doesn't work with anxiety anymore. Now, sure, I could be doing a lot of work, but I'm doing all this work. So realize, guys, clients want to find you online. It's easy for them to jump on the internet and go looking for an expert. They're not standing at their letterbox. They're not picking up flyers. They just go right in the bin. And these clients right here that are looking for an expert are not showing up at these business lunches and business breakfasts. Only other business owners are. And again, if you're only in one place and those clients aren't there, let's say these clients right here are looking on YouTube for an expert, but you're across Facebook and they're not, you're going to miss these people because you're not omnipresent. Now, hopefully you guys can see the different models. This is all about you. This is all about your journey, what makes you an expert, your differentiation at the wrong level, doing the wrong business strategies, talking about who you were trained by. All of these things are going to fall on deaf ears, and the more you post about this stuff, the more it's going to cost you money. Now, how do I know this? Beyond having thousands of students that I've trained to not do this and them making anywhere between $10,000 and $50,000 per month and changing their entire business, it's because I used to do this as well. I used to talk about Milton Erickson. I used to talk about hypnotherapy and conversational hypnosis. And I wondered why when I talked about this stuff, all my potential clients' eyes would like glaze over because they didn't care. They don't know who this person is. They don't know the difference between Milton Erickson or Jan Smith because they're not following these people. And if I'm trying to convince people of hypnosis compared to NLP or NLP compared to RTT or RTT compared to coaching, again, I'm talking to the wrong people. I'm talking to, what could be the right people about all the wrong things. It would be like going to buy a car and the car salesman trying to sell you a fridge. I didn't come here for a fridge. I came here for a car. Why are you talking to me about a fridge or a motorbike? I want a car. There's a discord in the conversation. So there's very little switch, guys, from talking about your clients and making your business about them instead of yourself. This is where you'll start making a ton of money. Now, I did say before, let's look even closer in this about the red ocean and blue ocean. This is a red ocean strategy. This is what I mean. The first model is this, making it all about them. But unfortunately, this is what most people will do. Okay. So if you make your business all about you, where all your content, this is in the context of just social media, if you're talking always about what NLP is versus coaching, who are you talking to? The only other people that are interested in this or care about this are other therapists and coaches. And if your clients are not therapists or coaches, what are you doing? Another way is everyone's just saying they're cheaper. I've talked about this in a video before, but I saw 12 hypnosis sessions, 12 times 1 hour hypnosis sessions for $27, not $27 each, $27 for an entire package. I would love in the comments, guys, if you could let me know, how would you deal with that? How would you compete with that? Would you do $26, $25, $24? You sort of see my point there. Another big one, I've said this before, why I became a coach, my journey, the breakthrough I had, why I studied RTT, why I studied NLP, always about you. Your clients don't care. I was trained by X and Z therapist and coach and mentor. Clients don't care. Red niche in red ocean niche into a niche that is very unclear, like helping people step into their power, helping people get more out of their life, helping people unlock their inner genius, things that real clients aren't concerning themselves about. You always got to think, let's imagine I've got a client sitting up at nighttime, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, husband sleeping next to them, but they're anxious, scared, fearful. They're not thinking I need to step into my power. This woman's thinking, I have an abusive husband. I want to know how to get out of this toxic relationship. But they're not thinking about going online or looking at NLP, hypnosis, coaching. They're looking up those specific keywords. I am in a toxic relationship. How do I get out? And that's where your content needs to show up, answering that question. I have a different business name. That's why you should choose me. I have more certifications than Joe Blogs. He's got 15. I've got 16 and a half. See my point? I'm just going to help everybody at low prices. I'm just going to try and sell packages and programs and sessions. I'm going to create 10 different packages at 9 different price points with 15 different funnels, 6 different buy one, get one frees, and 12 different offers. Okay. Complete chaos. Now you can swim in this, guys, and you can try and compete in a business like this and make it always about you, make it always about your journey, convince yourself it's mindset, convince yourself that the reason why you don't have a business is because you're abundance blocks, and you can lie to yourself about all this stuff. But I can guarantee if your business is not working, it's because of this stuff, not some abundance block, not some mindset rubbish that somebody else has sold that concept to you. It's this right here. So how do you change this and do this? Well, the switch is very, very simple. You make business always about them, guys. You not only find a niche that's going to be profitable, but you find a niche that actually exists. You make your entire business, your social media, the strategy call, everything you do, make it always about your clients and never about you. Your clients don't care your journey. They don't care why you became certified. They don't care who you were certified from. They don't know these people. Clients have problems of their own and they care about themselves. You provide real value. Value is not showing up and taking a selfie. Value is showing up and answering your clients' most common questions, talking about their pain, talking about the niche that they're in, talking about all the things they need in life and how you can help them. Big one is consistency. Okay, and I see this a lot. And I used to do this too. I used to look at what I was doing each day and thought, wow, I'm doing so much work every day, but I was lying to myself. And what I did was a little exercise. I tracked myself for 7 days straight and I wrote down every single thing I did each hour of the day. And when I looked at it, I was spending 70% of my time thinking, worrying, researching, trying to figure out what to do. Another 1 or 2 hours of that day was spending on mindset and abundance blocks. And about 30 minutes, maybe even an hour of each day, no lie, was just posting and doing random bits on social media, but I was doing all this stuff. So sure, you might think that you're doing a lot, okay, but you have to analyze what you're doing. Each action you take in your business has a different value, has a different weight. One's going to bring you in a lot of money, one's going to waste a lot of time. And your consistency has to be every day. If you're just starting your business, the first 30 to 60 days of your business, you should be working 7 days a week. Forget the coffees with friends, forget the days off. You have to build enough momentum to be seen amongst all of these noise and those tens of thousands of therapists and coaches starting out at the same time. You have to be more consistent than your competition. If your competition is making 1 Facebook Live a day, I would do 3. If they're doing 1 YouTube video per day, I'd make 1 YouTube video per week. I'd make 2 per day. See my point there? More than your competition. Your content needs to just answer common questions. So if you're concerned and think, well, Scott, what should I make my content about? Just answer your clients' most common questions. That's what this video is, because someone kept asking me, how do I get more clients off social media? What am I doing wrong? I'm making a video about it. I'm answering these common questions. Omnipresent, have to be everywhere, guys. You can't just be on Instagram. Can't just be on Facebook, because Facebook will help Instagram. Instagram will help LinkedIn. LinkedIn will help Facebook, so on and so forth. It's all part of the system. No one platform is better than the other. All platforms help the next platform. Okay, you have to be everywhere. More than your competition, 100 times more than your competition. You have to differentiate at the right place, which is the social media place for now, and this will help. And guys, you have to show real proof. You can call yourself an expert all day long, and I get this. I get messages from people saying, Scott, I can help you, clear your mindset to grow more in your business. And I'm great. I'll have a conversation with them. And the first thing I always ask people, not to be a jerk, but this is the only way I can tell if someone's an expert. I ask them, can you show me some proof? Do you have some testimonials I can check out? And if I'm wowed by the testimonials, you better believe I'll buy what you're selling me. And I'm convinced through testimonials and success stories. So here you are trying to sell me something. When I ask you for proof, you say, I don't have any. Well, you can talk to me all day long about how good you are, and you might very well be really, really good. But if you can't prove it to me with solid proof, not theory or your background or your story or why you're an expert, you have to give me proof. It's going to be very, very hard to convince me. And unfortunately, this is the way the clients are as well. And I picked this up from my lawyers as well. Lawyers wanted to see a lot of proof. When I work with lawyers to quit smoking, they wanted to see a lot of proof. And even in the company that I'm in now, I have so much competition. And the only thing that helped us differentiate us, one of the big things I have is proof. Sure, there's a lot of other program stuff that say, we're the expert, we'll help you grow your business, but there's no proof. No proof. We have thousands of proof, thousands of success stories, thousands of testimonials. You guys have seen them all and you're probably sick of seeing them, but that's for a reason. That's how I differentiate myself in this world and also this market. So guys, you've got 2 choices with your business. You can follow this, which is what a lot of mentors will tell you to do. And you may think this is, you look at someone like Tony Robbins or Tad James, they do a lot of this stuff. And you think, well, that's the way I'm going to do it. But they have a different process altogether. Okay? You need to do this. When first starting out in your business as a therapist, coach, RTT, NLPer, you have to make your business all about them. Find the niche, all about your clients, value, consistency, answering common questions, omnipresence, more than your competition, differentiate at the right level, and show proof that you are the real deal. So guys, again, excuse no camera. You guys know what I look like by now. If you have any questions like normal, please comment below. Hopefully this was informative, and reach out to me if you have any further questions, guys. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like or just a quick comment. Give me a thumbs up. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm, and I would very much appreciate it. So guys, I'll see you in the next video in the next couple of days. Bye for now.